Well, a man has died after being struck by a vehicle in Mississauga. It happened in Port Credit on Lakeshore Road, west of Huron, Ontario, just after 7 o'clock last night. Well, police say the man in his 70s was struck as he crossed Lakeshore mid-block. He was taken to hospital where he later died. No word yet if charges are pending. Well, joining us now with more on the investigation is Peel Regional Police Constable Tyler Bell-Morena. We appreciate your time, as always. What's the latest in this investigation? From what I understand, the driver did remain on scene. Are there any charges being laid?
Well, right now, our Major Collision Bureau has taken care of this investigation. So there's some significant analysis that goes on through the vehicle's diagnostics, through the airbag module. Essentially, it's a black box, really, to determine how fast that vehicle was going. And while I've mentioned that the pedestrian crossed mid-block, it's not just to suggest that only the pedestrian is at fault here. Of course, whether or not speed was a factor, any other variables are being considered by investigators at this point. It's just too early to tell that, as that process and the analytics of the systems, onboard systems, take a little bit of time.
Do we know if drugs or alcohol was a factor in this collision?
It's not suspected at this point.
What can you tell us about the individual, the victim?
So it was a man in his 75-year-old man was crossing, as mentioned, mid-block on Lakeshore when he was struck by that passing motor vehicle. I'll say that that area, Port Credit, is quite busy for pedestrian traffic, and there's a lot of cars going in both directions on Lakeshore. So really, what transpired is going to be part of this investigation. I'll say it's not inherently illegal to cross mid-block, generally speaking. You have to be a safe distance from or a minimum distance from that crosswalk, at least 30 meters to do it. But you have to make sure that you can do so safely and that you're not interfering with traffic. Pedestrians do not have right of way when crossing mid-block.
You're very correct, Constable. That is a very busy area. There's a lot of restaurants, there's bars, there's ice cream shops on that stretch of Lakeshore. I'm wondering, did you have cooperation from witnesses? Are you getting surveillance video from some of the nearby businesses?
Yeah, so the canvass was done in the area by MCB, our major collision officers, to get CCTV footage. We're asking anybody that was driving in the area if they do have dash cams and saw it. Most people, when they see a collision of that significance, they stop. But if they happen to have captured it and needed to go on their way and they've got that footage, our investigators would like to take it. There were some witnesses that stood by and gave statements to police as well.
Has next of kin been notified?
Yes, sadly, in this case, next of kin was actually with him at the time of this collision.
And what are you asking for the public in this investigation?
I just, you know what, investigation aside, we've got the cooperative driver. We have, unfortunately, the deceased person here. We know what happened. There's going to be some analytics that take place after. Really, this comes down to safety messaging, and we say to everybody, drivers and pedestrians alike, we have a shared responsibility to make sure that we can share the roadway safely. Pedestrians have to look both ways. They have to wait for those cars to go by if they're crossing mid-block. And motorists, particularly in busy areas, I mean, we see it all the time in Toronto with congested streets, especially on the Danforth. Over here in Peel, Port Credit, Streetsville, all of our small areas where there is a lot of shops, a lot of restaurants and venues that bring with it pedestrian traffic. Keep that in mind as you're driving through, and try to expect the unexpected.
All great advice. Peel Regional Police Constable Tyler Bell-Morena, thanks for your time.
Thank you.